Hello and welcome to One More Row, the channel where we expand our knitting skills one row at a time. My name is Dana and today we are going to learn how to cast on for double knitting. So if you're interested in seeing how that works, please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm about to start a new project. It's a double knitted scarf called Victoria Raffia. It's a beautiful scarf. I'll put a link in the description below for you to see it. It's a Fallingblox Designs pattern, and she does beautiful work. Her name is Kieran Foley, I believe, and the scarf is gorgeous. I've made it before. I made it with a much thicker yarn, so now I'm going to be using a fingering weight yarn, which is what the pattern calls for. And I have two colors. I have this, it's Chroma by Knit Picks in Wednesday, which is it's gray, but it's different. It's variegated shades of gray. And then I have this one, which is called Pegasus, which you can see has got like greens and purples and pinks and blues. And I think they're going to look gorgeous together. Now, I need to figure out which color I want to be my A color and which color I want to be my B color. And usually what I do, in order to help me keep track, I will write on the label what color's what. So this is going to be my B color. And this is going to be my A color. Because with double knitting, you work with charts. And the charts usually have one A color, which is designated by, say, a dark square, and a B color, which is designated by a light square. And this helps you keep track. So I'm just going to take the labels off here. And we're going to use a modified long tail cast on. I don't want that one. I want the middle one. We're going to do, I hate it when you get a big blob. But anyway, we're going to do a modified long tail cast on, as I'm trying to say here. So, but instead of our normal one where, you guess how long you want your yarn to be, this time what we're going to do is we're going to tie this two strands together. So it's just going to be as long as it needs to be. And what we're going to do, put them over on the same side here. Just make sure my camera's okay. You can see everything. Get that out of the way. I have my pattern up on, I keep my patterns on my iPad rather. And I have a bamboo book holder, which I keep it propped up. That way I can see. And I always do I always do e-patterns and PDFs because it takes up less room and it's a lot easier to flip through your stuff. And you can't lose them. And they can't get crinkled and gross. So we're going to start by making a slip knot. Okay? That's just our typical usual slip knot that we like to do before we start to cast on. And the cast on plan for this is a BA pair. I named 55, which doesn't include your slip knot here. So in order to do a BA pair, we have to figure out A is the blue, B is the gray. So B is going to go over my finger and A is going to go over my thumb. And then what we'll do, we have our familiar V that we have when we do our long tail cast on. Normally when I cast on it, I do like I think it's called the old German cast on, where you go around, you twist, you pick it up and all that stuff. We're not going to do that today because this is a little bit different. So what we're going to do is think. That looks correct now that I have it figured out. Okay, so you're going to bring your needle up around the thread that's at the edge of your thumb up through that hole there, and you're going to grab the strand that's over your finger, let it go, and then you're going to go around to the strand on the out that goes in between. Basically, it looks like it's in between your middle finger and your ring finger. I mean your index finger. And then you're going to grab your thumb strand and then pull it tight. And as you can see, we have our color B, color A, color B, color A, and that's what the pattern means by BA pairs. And we need 55 pairs. We've got 2. So away we go. And up like that. Oop, to-do. Okay, so that's 3 pairs. Five, 3, that's 4. If I could count, that would be awesome. Yep, that's 4. Okay, there's 5 now. So once you it's kind of soothing in a way. Once you get used to it, it's just like a do. Pick up this one. Pick up that one. And I'm going to have to count again in a second. But I'm just going to go on like this for a bit. Because sometimes I prefer just to cast on a bunch and then count after. Because usually what happens, I don't know if this happens to you, but I'm in the middle of casting on, and if I try to keep track by counting, that's inevitably when somebody wants to come ask me where something is, or they want to talk to me about whatever, and then I lose my train of thought. And then I have to start over, so I just count as I go. 1. So we're at 13. I'm going to pull out some more yarn here. Ugh. Oh, it's all tangled up. Heat that too. Okay, see if that's going to come untangled. Now a lot of times what I do, I have a ball winder. I will rewind balls so that I can kind of get rid of these knots and snarls and stuff, but I didn't this time. And I probably should have, because it's annoying. And I would prefer to get rid of this stuff before I start knitting, then that way I can just knit, but we are where we are. So some more of that pretty blue. Yeah, it's going to be a mess too. Oh well, we'll sort it out after. Okay. Now, I think I had 13, did I not? I must have. Need 55. Okay. So this chroma looks to be, it's a single ply. I will put a link in the description if you're interested. I'm not affiliated with Knit Picks at all, but I do like their yarn. So we're at 24. Ugh, almost halfway there. Okay, we don't count that. $36. Whew. Okay, I think I went over, but I'm just going to count and see. I didn't go over. I need 3 more. And if you're wondering why the cord on this is so long, when it's apparent that I don't need it, I tend to get longer corded fixed circular needles, because if it has a long cord, I can still make socks or hats or anything like that. I just need to use the magic loop method, but this works well for sweaters as well, and it gives me a lot of space. So there we have it. That's all our stitches are cast on now, and that's how you do a cast on for double knitting. I think what I'm going to do is I'll knit a few rows, and then maybe next time I'll explain how to actually do double knitting, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please feel free to subscribe and ring the bell so that you can be notified when I put up a new video. And if you found this helpful, please leave a like. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to say, or maybe to tell me a little bit about what. So at this point, my camera cut off. So if you'd like to comment, please comment. And until next time, I will see you later, and happy knitting.